blood, guts, and fucks. Just a few of the things to expect from Zack Snyder's Justice League that will release in 2021 on HBO Max and maybe theatrically. Now, a pretty good article came out last night about Zack Snyder and his movie that's coming out in 2021 in a few months from now, probably March. Now, Zack Snyder himself, anything he says or anything he does is always controversial. So when this article came out, an interview with Zack Snyder, of course, we're going to gather some headlines and some very opinionated pieces on Twitter and social media. But let's get into this article and then give our thoughts on the whole scenario surrounding Justice League. Okay, this is written by James Hibbert for Entertainment Weekly, and the title is Zack Snyder's Justice League might get R-rated theatrical release. Snyder says his 4-hour superhero epic may get a theatrical release, complete with an F-bomb dropping Batman, plus the director weighs in on the Warner Brothers 2021 slate. Zack Snyder is looking to bring his highly anticipated director's cut of Justice League to the big screen, and his new footage would likely tip the 4-hour opus into an R rating. Here's one piece of information nobody knows. The movie's insane and so epic and is probably rated R. There's one thing I think will happen, it will be an R-rated version for sure, Snyder tells Entertainment Weekly. We haven't heard from the MPAA, but that's my gut. So they're the people who look at the film and decide what kind of rating it deserves. So this movie, Zack thinks, is going to be rated R. Asked for details about what makes the new footage explicit, Snyder reveals there's one scene where Batman drops an F-bomb. Cyborg isn't too happy with what's going on with his own life before he meets the Justice League, and he tends to speak his mind. And Steppenwolf is pretty much just hacking people in half, so the rating would be due to violence and profanity, probably both. So that's pretty cool. Of course, Cyborg has an effed up backstory with his parents, him now being a robot, and then Ben Affleck's Batman losing his parents, and then being the reason that Superman's dead and trying to save the world from a bigger threat than Superman. And you can understand why Batman would use an F-bomb. That would be pretty cool, and it would suit the Batman that we've seen from Batman v Superman. Perhaps an even bolder move than a cussing Dark Knight is Snyder pushing for Warner Brothers to release his recut and supersized HBO Max film on the big screen in 2021. At a time when parent company Warner Media is trying to boost its nascent streaming service with as much exclusive content as possible, to be clear, a decision on whether to release the film theatrically has not yet been made, and Warner Brothers had no comment for this story. But Snyder has previously stated that adding a big screen rollout along with the HBO Max release is his preference, and now the director suggests steps are being taken in that direction. This is what he says. I'm a huge fan, a big supporter of the cinematic experience, and we're already talking about Justice League playing theatrically at the same time it's coming to HBO Max. So weirdly, it's the reverse of the trend. So right now all the movies that were originally supposed to come out in theaters in 2021, The Matrix, the Godzilla v Kong, the Suicide Squad, the Wonder Woman, they have now reversed to HBO Max as well. Zack Snyder's will be different. His is a HBO Max film or series that is going to be pushed out into a theatrical experience, which is pretty darn cool. And hopefully that's taken on an international stance. That will be amazing. Warner Brothers is releasing every film of its 2021 release slate on HBO Max at the same time as their theatrical release. A move that's drawn considerable criticism from filmmakers such as Christopher Nolan and Judge Apatow. Where did Snyder land on the polarizing issue? It felt like a pretty bold move, and that maybe the implication wasn't 100% thought out, he says. I feel like there's a lot of people panicking during COVID. I hope that in the end that's what it was, some sort of knee-jerk to COVID and not some sort of greater move to disrupt the theatrical experience. I thought we were kind of already getting very close to the ideal theatrical window where you still had marketing material out there and you hadn't forgot about the film by the time it came out on DVD or streaming. I thought we were starting to hone in on that sweet spot, but this kind of throws a monkey wrench in the works. And look, my stance on the Warner Brothers situation. I think they had to do it. I don't like how they did it in terms of not telling their talent and stuff, but at the end of the day it's a business where they're supposed to wait and go in debt and lose money and end up being in a bad situation. They had to do something to save themselves for 2021. 2022, 2023 is already going to be oversaturated with movies coming out. So what were they supposed to do? And I think they made the right decision by putting their stuff on streaming because they're a business. They need to survive. It also helps their HBO Max service as well. Yeah, it does, but at the end of the day, guys, they're a business. They need to survive. Snyder was the original director of Justice League and then stepped down from the project. Director Joss Whedon took over the film and shot new footage for the theatrical version released in 2017, which received a negative reception from fans and critics. After a massive fan lobbying campaign to release the Snyder Cut, Warner Media decided to fund Snyder's vision to rework the film into a limited series for HBO Max at a reported cost of up to $70 million. Snyder's new footage, shot over 8 days, includes scenes with the core cast, including Ben Affleck and Ray Fisher. Also, Amber Heard, who confirmed that recently in an interview. Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming to HBO Max as a 4-part event series and hopefully to theaters in 2021. I hope it does come out in theaters. That would be amazing to see Zack Snyder's Justice League on the big screen. Now, it says here it's still going to be episodes. So what way would they do a theatrical? Zack said a HBO Max release while also doing a theatrical release. Well, that would only work if the HBO Max release is a movie. You know, because then if you have to wait 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, people have already seen it, talked about what's the point of putting it out in theaters. Then you're better off releasing it as a movie on HBO Max with a theatrical experience as well. And I was a big advocate of the episodes because it would gain discussion. It would make more of a chance of Zack Snyder's Justice League being a success. But now, as I mentioned in another video, it doesn't have to be a success in terms of attracting subscribers. That's already done. Godzilla, Matrix, those kind of movies will help with that. So it's hard to judge which movie actually brought subscribers to HBO Max because all these big blockbusters are now on it. So the pressure is off Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is completely off it. It can just do its own thing. The critics can say what they want. I don't care. You don't care. At the end of the day, people are going to check out this because they're signed up for HBO Max. And if it's on an international basis in theaters, people will want to see that also. Very much like Wonder Woman. I'm getting to see Wonder Woman tomorrow night in theaters, while some of you who are in America will have to wait until the 25th to watch it on streaming or go to theaters. You know, so if they did something like that, that would be pretty amazing. And with Ben Affleck's Batman being cursing and Ray Fisher not being the happiest, it hones in into exactly what their stories are about, who these characters are, what we have seen in Batman v Superman. They weren't this happy-go-lucky bunch anyways, so how would that be different in Zack Snyder's Justice League? And it makes me wonder, what did Zack Snyder shoot back in 2016 into 2017? What exactly happened? Did he shoot the compromised version? Did he shoot the uncompromised version? Did he say, okay, Warner Brothers want this, I'll shoot it, but I'll also shoot what I want as well, maybe for a DVD release, for a Blu-ray release, or for streaming. So I'd have my own other vision there as well, like his director's cut of Watchmen, like his director's cut of Sucker Punch, like his director's cut of Batman v Superman. So was he planning already in 2016? He knew what Warner Bros. Were going to do to his project. They knew it. Because look at Batman v Superman, 30 minutes of that was cut off. So he knew that Justice League was probably going to be the same scenario. So he pre-planned for that and said, look, I'll shoot double scenes. I'll shoot this scene one way, I'll shoot another way, just in case for that Blu-ray or director's cut release. So I think he was planning towards that. And it's pretty darn cool that we're going to get a lot of the vision that Zack wanted. Because if this movie came out in 2017, it would have been compromised. We knew that. He has said that. 2017, all compromise. 2021, no compromise. So that's pretty cool in that way. So I'm looking forward to this. I know you are as well. Whether it's episodes, whether it's a movie, whether it's a theatrical release, either way, it's going to be pretty interesting for us fans. We get a black and white version as well. We get a colored version. We can sit down and watch 1 episode, 2 episode, 3 episode 4, or watch it as a whole movie, sitting at home on our couch or on the big screen. It's a win-win for absolutely everybody. But if I was to predict right now, is it still going to be a series? I'm not as confident, because if Zack gets what he wants, if he gets a theatrical release at the same time as it's released on HBO Max, then it probably will have to be a movie. But if he doesn't, if it's not theatrical, they'll probably go the episode's direction. But the whole reason behind the episode's direction was to attract attraction to HBO Max, attract discussion. People will be talking about episode 1, that cliffhanger, oh my god, breakdown videos, all that kind of stuff would happen week to week and bring more people to the service to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. But things have changed. Wonder Woman has attracted people. Matrix, Godzilla v Kong, Dune, The Suicide Squad, they've all attracted people to HBO Max because they want to see those properties. Not everybody is interested in the Snyder Cut, and that is okay. They're interested in other properties, so that's where they signed up, and they might see Zack Snyder's Justice League and click on it and watch it. But Zack Snyder's Justice League doesn't have the pressure to attract everyone to the surface. Before, it did. That pressure is completely off them now, which is 100%. But as the title of this video goes, guys, blood, guts, and fucks, we're going to see a lot of that stuff in Zack Snyder's Justice. We're going to get to see Steppenwolf hacking people in half, which is pretty darn cool. We're going to get to see Ben Affleck say, "I'm fucking Batman." You know, stuff like that is pretty awesome as a DC fan who likes Zack Snyder's style. If you don't like it, that's okay. Watch the Dark Knight trilogy. You know, there's something for everybody in the DC universe, and we have years and years of movies. If you don't like certain things, go watch something else. It's not a big deal at the end of the day. It's only a film that's there to be enjoyed by the people that want to enjoy it. So I'm excited. I can't wait for this. Like, does Jason Momoa say a few fucks as well? Like, what will make this into an R-rated? And the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman is R-rated because there's a little bit of blood. There might be an F-bomb in it as well. So that's deemed R-rated. So, like, Zack Snyder's Justice League, when it comes out, it might not be hardcore Logan or Deadpool R-rated. It might just have a little bit of blood, a little bit of guts, and cursing and stuff like that. And that's what transitions it to an R rating. But I'm not expecting like a Logan type of thing or a Deadpool type of thing with all that kind of stuff where it's constant R rating throughout the entire movie. I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting it to be a little bit more than what we got in Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition. But it's pretty cool. And there was so much discussion last night on Twitter. People were talking, we were so excited. Of course, the haters came out and said, "What, Batman cursing Nick? Zack Snyder doesn't know what he's doing. He just tries to make everything dark." But at the end of the day, guys, it's Zack Snyder's unfiltered vision, and we're going to get to see it in full flow. And I absolutely cannot wait. Deathstroke's going to appear. Joker, more Commissioner Gordon. This film has so much that we have not seen. And it's pretty much an awesome time to be a DC fan, to be a Zack Snyder fan. And it's interesting that Zack Snyder, he commented on the whole streaming service scenario. And look, as I said, Warner Bros. Had to do it business-wise, I think, and it also helps their streaming service as well. And it also helps them money-wise going forward. But I don't think it was done in a deliberate way to say we don't want a theatrical experience anymore. If Warner Brothers could, they probably would want a theatrical experience because that's more money. But depending how the world goes, we don't know what the vaccine's going to bring. We don't know if it's going to be a cure. We don't know if people will be open to going back out to large crowds. We don't know any of that yet. So Warner Brothers couldn't bank on that being a reality in the future in a few months from now. They couldn't. They had to make a decision for 2021, and they would reassess at the end of 2021 and see. But I don't think it was a deliberate decision to get rid of the theatrical experience. I just think it was a business decision that needed to be done in a time of a pandemic. But Zack Snyder says, I hope it's not a thing that was done because they want streaming as the new future. I don't think that's the reason, but can theaters survive on their own? It's yet to be seen. AMC, I think, is going in debt. They're losing money every single month, and by January they're set to be bankrupt. So we'll have to see how that scenario goes. But at the end of the day, guys, Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out in streaming service, and hopefully a theatrical experience. I would love it to be an international theatrical experience and not just the US. Like, treat it. If they treated it like Wonder Woman, Matrix, and Dune, they're going to get the streaming and also an international release in theaters if theaters survive. I'm doubtful that theaters can survive until next summer and stuff, until the big blockbusters come. I just doubt it myself. I think a lot of them will end up closing. But if that was to happen, then treat Zack Snyder's Justice League like one of those movies, a streaming service movie, while also being a theatrical movie. So I think that's pretty darn cool. I asked you guys on Twitter. I told you I was doing a video today about what was going on with Zack Snyder's Justice League, about it being an R rating, and I told you guys to send some questions in. And the first question or opinion piece comes from Addicted to DC. He says, R-rated comic book movies are always a huge success. Snyder Cut will be a successful one too. And look, they are pretty much a success when they are R-rated, but it doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie, and it doesn't mean that's the reason they make money. Logan, Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, was Blade R-rated as well. Those kind of movies made money because they were good movies, not because they were R-rated. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean a film is going to be great if it's not rated. It just means they have more like freedom and stuff like that. So Zack Snyder's Justice League, I have no doubt, will be a great movie, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a success because it's R-rated. But I do get what you're saying about it being kind of a journey that we've seen with comic book movies, that they are usually a success when they are R-rated. They are usually good. Next question comes from 2021 UCAS says, the R rating is a must and should not even be discussed or shown as a mistake. I mean, did you see how Steppenwolf is looking? They won't be fighting with pillows in the final cut. And that's very true. Steppenwolf looks badass, he looks scary, and he's gonna fuck some motherfuckers up in the Snyder Cut. And I can't wait for it. So yeah, it shouldn't be it was just gonna be a reality anyway. If Zack Snyder could do what he wanted to do from the start, he would bring R rating to probably all of his movies, because that's the way he has his style. You know, you look at Watchmen, very, very R rating. It's a brilliant movie. It's so hardcore. And I'm sure Zack Snyder's Justice League will have a lot of elements like that. Next opinion piece comes from Addicted to DC. Another question from him. He goes, Batman using F words should not be bothering anyone, since him using son of a bitch in Batman v Superman and Justice League don't bother anyone back then. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, it's only a word. Like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't understand this. I understand Batman is kind of for kids, but I think the Matt Reeves Batman movie is going to be R-rated as well. That's what some people were saying online. So, like, Batman is not this kid-friendly thing anymore. Even the Dark Knight trilogy, they aren't really made for kids either. So, if just because he says a word like fuck, it's not a big deal. I don't see the big deal whatsoever. I don't understand the big controversy around it. Batman using guns, Batman saying fuck, Batman killing some fools. It's Batman. Let him do what the fuck he wants to do. Let Matt Reeves do his incarnation of Batman, and let Zack Snyder does his. Everybody wins, not a big deal. Addicted to DC also goes, waiting for Sam Benjamin cameo as Green Lantern and waiting for Manhunter. Yeah, I don't know about Sam Benjamin as Green Lantern, but I can't wait to see Harry Lennox's Martian Manhunter. How the makeup is going to be, or CGI, what exactly will they use? I can't wait to see his scene. We know it's a pity that we found out about it. It would have been cool to be sitting there watching the movie on the big screen or watching it at home and like, oh my god, it's been Martian Manhunter the whole time. You know, that would have been awesome, but still going to be cool when we ever do get to see it. And Sam Benjamin as Green Lantern, I don't think it will happen in the Snyder Cut. I think he will be an army officer, army guard, very much like Chris Molina in Man of Steel. That's what I think his character is going to be. But if he survives the Snyder Cut, could he be a Green Lantern down the line? Possibly, but I do not think he is Hal Jordan. Tell the truth goes, I just think what he said did more harm than good. The trajectory of the film's success with general audiences, I felt, was on the upward trend. But marketing like this, saying Batman drops the F-bomb as if it's a big part in the movie and not a silly joke, just made things muddy, and now Snyder haters have more reason to talk. Well, look, I understand what you're saying here as well, but these haters, these people who already hate Zack Snyder, who already have an agenda against Zack Snyder movies, we're always going to nitpick at something. So Zack Snyder's got to the point now where he just doesn't care. This tells me that Zack Snyder doesn't care what he says out into the open about his movie. He will be very honest on what his movie is, what his vision is, because he doesn't care what critics think. And the reason he doesn't care what critics think, and the reason that he is speaking his mind, is because HBO Max is letting him do whatever the fuck he wants. And that really, really brings in to what into his interviews. He is saying what this movie is, what to expect. Remember the journalist Scott Mendelson or something was saying that this movie is the Justice League one was like Saturday morning cartoons, and then Zack Snyder quote tweeted him and said, "Yeah, I don't care. This movie wasn't for you anyway. This is for adults. This is for like people of older ages to watch and enjoy these characters." So I understand what you're saying, but these critics were always going to nitpick at something. And just wait until the movie comes out. When they actually watch the movie, they will nitpick at the slightest things. They will make out of place, out of context headlines about the movie saying something like, "Oh, Ben Affleck's Batman," you know, something like this. That's what they'll do anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's now in December or if it's in March when the movie comes out. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I understand exactly what you're saying. It shouldn't be made a big deal out of that Batman says the F word once in the movie. It shouldn't be a huge big deal. And look at social media, the headlines and people complaining, people happy. But at the end of the day, it brings more attraction to Zack Snyder's Justice League. People will tune in just to see Ben Affleck say fuck, even if they don't agree with it. You know, so that's what I think it does for the movie. But guys, thanks for the questions. Thanks for the opinion pieces. What did you think of this article? Zack Snyder's Justice League will possibly be R-rated. It will release in theaters. It's 4 episodes, or it might just be a full-blown movie. What's your opinion? Are you happy with Ben Affleck's Batman saying fuck? Are you happy with Cyborg being this dark, moody guy who's a robotic, who's a robot who has lost his parents? What do you make of the whole scenario? Are you pumped for Zack Snyder's Justice League? Do you think these clickbait articles are good for Zack Snyder's Justice League in terms of gathering discussion? And people are going to check it out anyway. But guys, give a like, comment, subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. More cool DC videos on the way. Guys, get in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Follow my socials. All that stuff is in the description. Have a good day. And Batman will say fuck, and he will do whatever the fuck he wants. Fuck, 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 fuck.